When we look at the United States at a federal level is managed by the EPA under the Toxic Substance Control Act, TSCA. There's no specific PFAS restrictions prohibitions under TSCA issued at products, but they did issue a strategic roadmap. And a strategic roadmap includes a national PFAS testing strategy that they released back in October of 2021. New efforts to process new PFAS quicker. They're working on that as well, trying to figure out how to do that. And then reviewing all the existing PFAS under TSCA. As I mentioned, they have a master list of over 12,000 substances, and they're working on trying to identify the high-risk ones. In the meantime, they're keep enhancing the reporting requirements under the toxic release inventory. They just added 9 new PFAS for the 2023 TRA reporting list for this year. And then also there is a new PFAS reporting requirement under Section 8 that's been proposed. That's still at the proposal stage. It hasn't been translated into a final rule yet. So there's still time to get your arms around that and talk to EPA about that if you have concerns about Section 8, right? So lots of work going on with TSCA, but nothing that's directly impacting product producers at this moment. Now, some specific actions that have happened recently is in June. The first test order was issued under the National PFAS Testing Strategy. I provided a link to that. EPA issued a proposal to designate PFOA and PFAS as hazardous substances, which doesn't affect product manufacturers too much unless they're manufacturing in the in the US and might be subject to some kind of cleanup because of environmental damage for those. And then there was a report that was issued in November kind of outlining EPA's progress on their PFAS roadmap. So if you want to see what they've been doing and what they're on, you can review that report, and I've provided you a link to that report as well. Right. When we start going down to the state level, we see a lot of activity going on here, but luckily most of it is, not impacting electronic producers. However, there are some that are. So when we kind of look at what's going on, you can see a flurry of activity. 23 states have enacted PFAS drinking water standards as of December 1st, at least 23 that I know of. California just signed into law 2 different bills that ban PFAS in cosmetics and clothing. California also has been actively adding PFAS chemicals to the Prop 65 list. And Washington State has approved a new law, which gives the government's Department of Ecology the authority to restrict PFAS in any products to any limit. And that law directs them to set up an initial set of regulatory actions by June of 2024 to be implemented by December of 2025. So we're going to see PFAS restrictions coming at us in Washington State. What the form of those will be, I don't know. I would guess they'd probably track the other regulations and attack initially, the high risk items for consumers like and drinking water risks, right? Firefighting foams and textiles and things of that nature. But we'll have to wait and see. So we want to track that. Colorado enacted a new requirement that basically applies some kind of phased-in restrictions and disclosure requirements for non-electrical equipment like carpets, toys, cosmetics, furniture, food contact, stuff like that. But when we look at US Maine, now we have a problem because the state of Maine has implemented PFAS reporting requirements, and those PFAS reporting requirements apply to any product sold in Maine, and that includes electrical and electronic equipment. And what makes it even worse is it became effective January of this year, so it's enforced now.
Learn more by viewing the full-length video online at greensofttech.com/videos. Plus, learn about our environmental regulation solutions online at greensofttech.com.